time, everybody clap your hands. That's a big truck, huh?
I have this fascination with downtowns. I love downtowns. Like every city that we go to, I feel like we have to stop in the downtown. Modesto's downtown is so small that if you blink, you've passed our downtown. Just look at, there's the Gallo Center. It's pretty. There's our courthouse. There's the jail. Oh, I know a thing or two about the jail. I'm kidding. I don't. I really don't. No, really, I don't. So here we are at the clerk recorder's office. No smoking, food or drinks. Public restrooms. No public restrooms. Debit. No debit or credit. Cash or check only. Right. Passport process between 8 to 4.
So you would complete this and then you'll come back and do the tour and then you just wait for the passport agent.
We will have a seat.
Thank you. You're gonna go right up there.
Good, good, good.
Three.
Oh, look at, he's gangster. Look at his pants.
I know, I saw that. He's riding a bike.
Oh, but it's on the other side. Say hello. We need a passport for him. Let me get you that. So in case you guys are wondering why we're getting a passport if we already have passports. As you see here, we have 4 passports. Somebody doesn't have one because we haven't really traveled out of the country with him. We have traveled out of the country, but only to Canada, and you don't need a passport to travel to Canada, so we just took him. I really don't understand why somebody would want to travel out of the country with a child, especially this one. I'm kidding, he's a good kid. So he needs a passport, which is why we're here. Alrighty.
So we're just going to go over the oath and then we'll be all done, okay? If you both can raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that all the information on your child's passport application is true and correct and the picture bears his true likeness?
Oh, there was a... Yes.
Yes. Ryan. It's drama.
On this first line, if we can have your son's full name printed first, middle, last. Can he have the thing?
I don't think it's necessary. Thank you for asking. Because everything we own is going to get scribbles on it.
You need to sit down, though. You need to sit down. I don't want you to fall. You need to sit down. There you go.
I'm going to fall.
You won't fall. That's why you're sitting down.
And then, Mom, you're going to sign here. And then you'll have Dad sign here.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Where am I signing?
Where it
Underneath
says
it.
father.
Is that me?
Luke. You the baby daddy.
Was you upset?
I think she just couldn't do
Put your feet down.
There you go.
I have that doctor's signature, you know, you can't really read it.
Yeah.
Does my signature match?
Yep. You guys' signatures look
It's different each time I sign it. It is.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
She knows that's you.
That's it?
Ain't nobody
Yep,
else that
that is.
crazy.
Did I give you that? I don't know where that first page went. Let me give it to you. In about a week, you can check the status of the application by phone
Okay.
or online. Just need the last 4 position.
Cool.
I don't know if you
Takes
want
what,
me to.
6 weeks?
6 to 4 weeks.
Silas,
4 to
mo ba
6
sinikalo malech?
Especially if you don't shut down, but 6 weeks.
Actually, no.
No,
It
they're not
doesn't affect
backlogged?
it. It doesn't affect it.
Just wanted to show a better view of downtown. So that's the Gallo Center where like our state-of-the-art concerts, presentations, and stuff like that takes place. It's a very fast truck. There's the courthouse, there's the jail. I don't know what Raymond James is, but there's a really nice restaurant over here. This is the clerk's office, the side of it. And this is like one of our major downtown streets. This is my husband opening the door for me because that's what men do.
Down, please.
So just recently, without even it being said, Ryan and I started something new, and it's actually working out well because Silas likes to get into the car himself. So one of us has to buckle him in. The twins buckle him in also sometimes, but we do the whole, you know, safety check, like making sure that the passes it passes the pinch test. That's working out really well. We haven't had like any accidents or anything like that to where, you know, the kid was not strapped in or anything like that, but it just works out because he's already on that side and it's easier for us to do that. It's a new thing that we're starting and it's working out pretty well. So each time I start recording, I never know which way the vlog's gonna go. I really don't. I still don't know. It's about 10:43 in the morning. In case you hear Silas cry, that means he's really, really, really tired and he needs to take a nap. His nap is at 11 o'clock and that's pretty consistent, so he's getting exhausted. I never know which way our vlog's gonna go, but this vlog I hope just to focus on getting a passport for one of our kids. The reason why we don't have, or the reason why we don't need passports for the twins and myself is, and Ryan also, is because we traveled to Canada and Ryan and I have always had our passport. We just kind of did the renewing process of it. We actually had passports before we even got together. The twins, we did get one for them because we traveled to Canada once a year at least.
And we knew we were going to be going to Fiji.
Yeah, and we knew we were going to be going to Fiji, so we've just had our passport. Silas, you don't need a passport to go to Canada, so we just never needed one for him, so we never got one. And now we're doing it. So the process for a passport is, it's kind of gnarly. When Ryan and I got our passport, really I'll just focus on myself because I wasn't with him when he got his passport, like the original one. But when I got my passport, I was able to get it at the post office. So we went to the post office and they were like, oh, they don't have it at this post office, they have it at another post office. So we ended up driving over to the other post office yesterday, which, you know, Modesto's so tiny. So you guys saw with the downtown that we have. Modesto's so tiny that, you know, getting anywhere within Modesto, the most amount of time that it would take probably is 30 minutes if you catch like traffic, which is, you know, from 3 to 5 or 3 to 6 or something like that. Anyway, so we drove over to the other post office and they were like, oh, we're out of appointments for today. So we just grabbed the application form, went home, filled it out, and then we just went to the clerk's office and ended up doing it there. While we were at the clerk's office, here's some of the things that we learned. One, there is a fee for them, which is $35. You can pay that with cash or check only. And then the other thing that we learned is that there's a fee, I wrote it in my hand, a fee of $80 that needs to go to the Department of State, and that one, that cannot be cash. We knew that some of the portions of it was cash only, so we just actually went to the bank, got money out, and it ended up taking cash with us, only to find out that we needed a check. So we had a check with us, so we wrote a check to the Department of State for $80. So just make sure that you have, you know, all varieties of currency, non-currency, paper money, non-paper money. Just put a couple dollars of rolled quarters in there too. I mean, literally any option that you can think of money, so that way you're not going back and forth, back and forth. We don't use checks often, but we happen to have one, so we did that part of it. Both parents have to be present in order for you to, what's wrong? He's trying to figure out his driving skills. Just make sure that you look out for pedestrians or people wanting to cross the street without looking both ways. That's all I ask. Okay, so both parents have to be present because, I don't know, just in case one tries to. You know, I kind of was like, I kind of want to apologize because I did take it lightly and I was kind of joking about why would somebody want to take a kid out of the country without the other parent's permission. So I just want to apologize about that really quickly because, you know, I'm not being sensitive to different people and different walks of life. I mean, I don't want to be dramatic, but what if like a parent is needing to get away from another parent because of whatever situation he or she is in? So I just want to apologize. But yeah, you need both of them, and then you do have to take an oath saying that everything is correct on there. And yeah, I thought he was giving me high five. I was ready to high five for, I don't know, safe driving. I don't know, for not attempting to run somebody over. Doing an oath. Yeah, so that's basically it. The other thing that you have to have is a original birth certificate for the child. that is something that we actually ended up getting right away after Silas was born, so we've had it, and we just have one spot for it at home, so we just picked it up and brought it over here. Ryan and I both needed ID in order for us to get the process started, so we have our California driver's license, and then we also have passport also. The lady said it's easier for her to make a copy of her driver's license than it is for a passport, because the passport is a little book, and then blah blah blah, you know, try to get it to stay open, and all of that stuff was a little bit of drama. And then of course you have to have the application form, which is like 2 pages. It's not dramatic, it's just basic information, social, if he's a US citizen. A portion of mine, when I was doing my passport, it was a little bit complicated because I was not born in the United States, so my family did go to it's called a naturalization process, which is really lengthy to explain. But I was born in Fiji. We migrated here when I was 10, and the process of me becoming a U.S. citizen was a little bit lengthy, so I have to put on there
Who was the president?
Bill Clinton.
Who was the senator?
Barbara Boxer and Dianne Feinstein.
I love that you still know the answers that you had to do.
Yeah, so we had to go through a process for us to get our U.S. citizen, which is to memorize like questions about the United States, 100 questions, and then to be able to speak in English also. So that's a side note. Anyway, so my application for me to get my U.S. passport was a little bit complicated. I had to put in, like, you know, my citizen number and all of that stuff and give them copies of my citizen paper. But we got a kid over there that was born and made in America.
He natural.
So it's a little lengthy for me. It wasn't as lengthy for him. The application, if you guys are doing the application, my suggestion is, if you guys are going to go get passports, just go like a day early, get all the papers that you need, and fill it out in the comfort of your own home, and then go.
Do it 6 to 8 weeks before you have to travel, because they say 4 to 6 weeks, and it shows up on like the 5th week and 6 days. Like they maximize their time.
Yeah, it really does. So, but that's not to say that you can't do the emergency one. And it obviously, anything that you need expedited would cost more money. Or I don't know how much the one that you want expedited cost, but it's $80 for just a regular one for planners, and then but that's it. Best place to go would be the clerk's office, which is the same place that you can get a death certificate. It's the same place you can get a marriage certificate, marriage license, and all of that stuff.
Recorded deed of your property, of your house that you purchased.
Yeah. Hopefully this has been helpful to somebody out there if you're getting it. If you guys have any questions about it, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to it. I'm kidding. I'll probably just give you wrong information. I'll tell you go to DMV. No, I'll tell you to go to the DMV, and y'all are like, so Rosalind, the vlogger on YouTube, said that I can get, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're gonna head home, and then Mr. Man over there is gonna take a nap. Hi,
say hi, church. Hi, church.
He's tired. And then go to work, and then I don't know how much more vlogging I'll be doing today, because I do have to concentrate on getting some work done, and today is the day that we are going to purchase plane tickets. Correct? Yes.
Hey everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Until next time.
We'll see you next
Come on,
time.
let's go.
Let's go.